Good evening, everybody. Tonight we're going to review The Exorcists from 2023, starring Doug Bradley. Yes, Pinhead himself. In this unholy mashup of The Exorcist, Ghostbusters, and your weird uncle's Bible study group, Doug Bradley trades in his nails for a crucifix as part of a demon-fighting dream team that makes the Avengers look like choir boys. When a wealthy family's mansion becomes ground zero for Satan's Airbnb, a ragtag group of priests, exorcists, and spiritual consultants show up armed with holy water, Latin phrases they only half understand, and an emotional support Bible. Bradley leads the crew with the calm intensity of a man who's seen way too many bad horror scripts and possibly written a few himself. Together they battle demonic possession, flickering lights, and the eternal question, why do demons always pick the houses with the nicest furniture? Between the dramatic chanting, spinning heads, and endless supply of candles, The Exorcists delivers everything you would expect from a supernatural horror flick, except subtlety. But hey, when you've got Doug Bradley glowering at Lucifer himself like he's late for brunch, who needs it? By the end, you'll be clutching your popcorn, crossing yourself, and wondering if you too should start charging rent for the spirits haunting your attic. So let's dive into the review. The Exorcist 2023. The power of meh compels you. So for story and plot, we gave this a 2. If you ever wondered what happened if the Exorcist franchise got rebooted by a committee that just skimmed the Wikipedia page, this is it. The story tries to summon terror but ends up conjuring confusion. Demons are possessing people, priests are yelling Latin, and somewhere in the middle, even Satan is probably asking, wait, what's my motivation again? So for characters and acting, we also gave this a 2. Doug Bradley gives it his best. I survived Hellraiser, I can survive this too performance. But the rest of the cast looks like they were tricked into attending a very aggressive church retreat. Emotional range? Well, think cardboard cutouts holding crucifixes. So for editing and pacing, we also gave this a 2. The editing feels like it was done by a demon with ADHD. Scenes jump around faster than a possessed Roomba, and the pacing alternates between eternal torment and, please, just end this. For emotional impact, we also gave this a 2. You'll feel something, mostly regret, mild amusement, and the urge to rewatch the original Exorcist as an apology to your brain. It's less scary horror and more accidental comedy. So for theme and message, we also gave this a 2. Apparently, the moral is, evil just never dies. It just gets lower budget sequels. The film tries to preach about faith, redemption, and inner strength, but mostly reminds us that even holy water can't wash away bad writing. And for originality and creativity, we also gave this a 2. Imagine a paint-by-numbers exorcism movie, but the paint has expired. Every cliché in the demon-fighting playbook shows up for roll call here, from the haunted mansion to the obligatory creepy child whispering nonsense in Latin. So, The Exorcist is the cinematic equivalent of reheated horror leftovers. It's technically food, yeah, but you'll wish you'd ordered something else. So the Rotten Reviews gave this one an 18%. We weren't really that harsh on this one. We gave it about a 40. But I think all in all, I think both them and us were both on the same page here. I think that this theme and of this type of movie has been done hundreds of times in the past, way better and with way better budgets. This is really a shame considering that, I had the opportunity to meet Doug Bradley probably about a decade ago, and it was an amazing experience. He was one of the coolest guys that I have ever met, that has been in some kind of movies. He was super down to earth, super polite, and loved everything about the horror genre. I just wish that would have shown through here because this movie was absolutely horrible. So, would I watch this again? No, I wouldn't. There are so many other movies in this same fashion that deliver the same types of themes and same type of story that were done way, way better. Like I said earlier, I would actually go back and watch the original Exorcist, which I'm also not a huge fan of, before I rewatch this one. So everybody, I hope this saved you a couple hours of your time. And as always, thank you for stopping by for our reviews. Remember on your way out to hit the like and share button. And until next time, good night, everybody.